generalized book about relationships as a whole. A lot of people don't know how to function properly or identify a healthy relationship because of past hurts and their own insecurities. So this book helps them to deal with the hurt of past relationships, get healing from it, and then move forward and to realize and know the signs of a healthy relationship before they enter into another relationship.
I know for me,
I think that's so good,
I do
right?
too.
Yeah.
Chime in, Marnie, because you know, we all can relate to this, especially as women, and we can really have our own show.
Yes. That's all we deal with is all this.
Come over and share the mic. Get into it.
I'm going over. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
going over.
So we're gonna move over.
Leave them headphones because I ain't feeling these.
No problem.
They too big. Okay.
So you know what? One thing I was looking at in there's the importance of having all types of relationships. So talk about that a little bit. Like just not, you know, a love relationship, you know, relationship in general.
Right.
Friendships. That's something we need. And so,
Absolutely.
Yeah, touch on that.
The book, I know I get a lot of people that's been texting me and calling me and they wanted to know, can they get a husband or a girlfriend or boyfriend? This is not that book. This is a book that helped you maintain a positive friendship, how to deal with coworkers, you know, just generalized.
Everyday things.
Everyday things. Like you need to really know and understand how to function in a relationship. And a lot of people don't know how. You have to learn to communicate. You have to learn to be honest. And then with your honesty, with the people that you're talking to, they can't wear their heart on their sleeve. You have to deal with truth in order to have a successful relationship. So this book deals with a lot of that. But it was more so from my past experiences. I wanted people to realize that, you know, growing up or however you get hurt in a relationship, your whole life from that moment gets tainted. And the enemy, the devil, uses that hurt as a way to keep you in bondage, keep you in the state of mind of a depression, makes you think that you have to go through life lonely. But that's not how God wanted us to live. He wants us to be prosperous in our relationships. He wants us to feel love. He wants us to be loved. He wants us to have a good, wholesome relationship and a friendship with somebody. You cannot go through this life with ups and downs and the challenges that we face. You cannot go on it by yourself. You just can't do it.
I think it's good that she said you got to be willing to accept truths.
Yes.
I think so many relationships are built around the warm and fuzzies
Being
and not
fake.
the truth.
But not the truth.
Right?
Or thinking you got to walk on eggshells to talk to somebody. Like, I can't have a relationship with somebody like that.
Exactly.
It's going to really come out. But
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you. And you can either love me afterwards or, you know, hate me, but I'm going to tell you.
Exactly.
It wouldn't be right if I didn't.
Right.
That's not love.
Right.
And that's not being a friend.
Exactly.
If you can't tell me, you know, that I got tissue stuck on my shoe, you're not a friend.
Absolutely.
Don't embarrass me like that.
Yes. don't let me go around.
Right.
And you promoting your book, can you tell the audience what are some of the pointers or the chapters that you actually have in your book?
The chapters I have, the first one would be Relationship Matters, is dealing with relationships in general.
Okay.
The importance of a relationship, why we need relationships, and then we deal with hurt, fear, unforgiveness, oh my. That is a lengthy chapter to where I talk about hurt, and then after the hurt, how you deal with, you know, you go through your fear and your lonely period, and then you have to forgive.
Yes.
Because if you don't forgive, you can't move on into another relationship without forgiveness, because you're dragging baggage with a person, and then with other people, you're charging them with the crime that somebody committed that they didn't, and that's not fair.
Right.
You know, you can't be open.
What are some of the signs that you would say of people still being hurt? Because people move on and they really believe, oh, I ain't feeling no type of way. I forgave them. And then when they get into the relationship, things starts to surface. Yes, it starts to surface. So what are some of the signs of you holding on to the past?
Well, the number one sign is denial. Denial that you are healed from your past. If you are dealing with an issue, because I know for a fact in life, you know, you have a tendency to go back around a mountain if you didn't pass it. So if you go back around this mountain and you're still feeling the same type of way, you're not healed.
That's right.
You need to try again, and you need to deal with truth. Other signs is lack of trust.
There we go, right there.
Lack of trust. You can't be vulnerable to a person. You can't tell them who you really are. That's a sign of hurt. Isolation.
That's good. That's good.
Some people can be shy, but if you're like an introvert, you're really
when
withdrawn.
You say isolation, I want you to point that out, because even with us women, I hear a lot of us women say, you know, I don't need no man. You know, I don't need no man, and they literally think
what you say?
right, they're lying, and they will isolate themselves, you know, into their own little cocoon, you know, and do not recognize that as that's a problem. That's a problem. That's bondage. You're still holding on to something that you're blinded in sin, because most of them are in denial, and they don't even realize that is really what that is. They take on a persona of I'm independent, I'm that strong, you know, so they make that mean certain things, but it's a false sense of security. Yes.
And then I think you have to realize that God didn't design us to carry everything by ourselves. I mean, we serve a mighty God, but yet and still He gives us a tangible person to help carry that burden that we may have, you know, and, you know, just to go through life in general. But, you know, it's never easy to go through life by yourself. It's lonely and it's depressing. I don't, you know, I love people now. I love people, and I love the sense of community, and I love the fact that if I'm hurting, or even if I'm having a proud moment, that I have someone to share this with. You know, it's hard in life that if you go through anything, positive or negative, that you don't have anything or anybody to share it with. That's lonely. That's sad. That's pitiful.
So the way you said now, you didn't always love people.
I did not.
Really?
This book would explain why. So this book really inspired me because as a child I was abused. So my relationships after that was tainted. And you know, when I met my husband, you know, I was a mess. I was a mess. And when they say that you find somebody that actually loved the hell out of you, Stefan Coles was that man for me. He really prayed for me. He loved me. He prayed for me. He read the word to me, and then he kept saying, "Baby, you gotta go out here and try again and try again." And because the first, I think, few years of our marriage is basically that's all I had was him and my children, and I was boring. Like,
go ahead, Steph. Love the hell out of it. That's what I'm talking about. Steph, love the hell out of it.
I heard him speak. He's in a lot.
Yeah, I just you know, I needed that support. You know, he helped me go through depression. He helped me go through being able to trust people, and then, you know, he had a life. Like, he had friends. He had best friends for years. That was stuff that I desired. And I'm like, dang, I'm tired of sitting in the house, taking care of kids, not doing nothing, you know. And then eventually I began to just trust God, trust the process I was going through. And as I began to get healed, I felt like life was just fulfilled. Like, I was like, oh my God, this is living. Like, I have a best friend now. I have two best friends. Come on.
Awesome.
I have two that, you know, I can share everything with, and they're uplifting, you know, they're caring. Where I'm at now is a very happy place. And my relationships that I have is a very healthy relationship. You know, everything is truthful, you know. You know, we call a dog, you know, call a spade a spade. That it is what it is, you know. And if I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry, and we'll get over it, and we'll keep it moving. So that's a healthy relationship, and it's very good, very good.
So what made you want to put it in the book, your story?
I was tired of seeing so many people walk around life like, woe is me. Like, it's not that deep. It's deep, but it's not that deep that you can't get out of. Like, I just got tired of, seeing people like this. And I said, if I ever had the opportunity to say something, I will. And then sure enough, one day the Lord spoke to me and was like, you need to write this book. And I was like, oh, well, I don't have a laptop. And then, I tried to write what I could and, books and, notebooks and things like that. And then my husband surprised me. We wasn't supposed to exchange Christmas gifts, and he surprised me with this laptop. And he's like, babe, I need you to write this book. Come on, so
I gotta give it to
when that word says that that God has created this woman, he said, I will provide a suitable helpmate. That means you have certain ingredients that your spouse needs, and that is missing. And what brings you two together, whole, even though you both come together whole. There's no such thing as people say 50-50. Ain't no 50-50. It's 100-100.
Right.
But to see that a husband, would take that role as a leader, to cultivate his wife, to support his wife in your lowest state. And even the woman with a man, because our men fall as well.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a beautiful thing. And I do want to say, that's an awesome thing that you are doing. I do commend anybody that take the initiative to care enough about people, because that's an unselfish spirit.
Exactly.
To care enough to put it in a book, as well as our other sister here, to put information that's in a book. And we encourage all of you that is on the line also, when you have certain things that you insight and that you want to express it, may not know how to express it to other people, but you're good at putting things on paper or just telling the story. Somebody else can do all the editing and everything for you. Just write it out, because somebody truly needs to hear what you have experienced, how you triumph over that situation. And in this relationship, what we're dealing with right now, majority of women that I know been hurt. We all have a story. We all think our situation probably was worse than somebody else. This is why God graced us with a measure of what we're able to endure, individually. So with that being said, it all starts by the renewing of your mind. It literally does start in your mind to make the choice to think different, to believe different. We do not have to accept this woe is me, as our sister said. We don't have to accept that, and I am one who has been traumatized. We'll be all day talking about that. But when I decided, I snapped out of it after 2 days. I'm balled up in a knot. I snapped out and I said, hold up, because I felt myself sinking in a ditch, being in agreement with the enemy. So when we get in that state of mind, we are literally agreeing with the enemy. And when that realization came to my mind, I said, okay, I know I was born to do something, just like you guys. We are born with purpose, so when we start changing our mind and thinking those things, then it will move us to do something. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. To both of you.
Yes, to the awesome man beside her.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming on. We
Soldier
really
man
appreciate
back
it.
there.
You are welcome back anytime.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Where you get a book from?
Oh yeah, we're
Very important.
That's very
Thank you.
important. You can get my book on BarnesandNoble.com, ArthurHouse.com, and what's the other one? Amazon.com.
We got two ladies there that is official. Because I love Amazon. I stay on Amazon.
I do too. I love Amazon too.
Amazon
They get us out quick too.
So hey, Paradise, this has been an awesome show.
It's been a very awesome show. A lot of information has come across. We had authors in the house. We had a mayoral candidate for AC.
Yes.
So it was a very exciting show.
Yes, this is everything.
Come on, throw the bomb, everybody.
Boom! So we thank y'all for listening in tonight. From me, DJ Monty B.
And Marnie Ali.
Paradox. And on behalf of DJ Whirlwind, who's out there fellowshipping, we thank y'all for tuning in. Also, we like to say we are
Christ-centered, community-focused,
listener-supported. We have gospel. 88.7 FM and 100.3 FM, Atlantic City. Here comes the guy that's a little late.
Yeah.
Tune in next week, same time, from 7 to 9. We'll be here. The Remnant Hip Hop Radio Show.
God bless.